Especially the greens.
Yeah, the green, yeah. Like I say, I hit chip shot today. At Cooper's Hall. Either been up there close to the flag or touch the flag. Here, they're 15, 20 foot short. The greens are so soft. Those greens over there, they're not soft. You know how they play. And over here, I mean, I hit a ball that I was, thinking 20 foot off the green. I hit a little slot shot up there, and it just poof, stopped.
That's what kind you wanted to do.
Yeah, but if I'd known it was going to do that, I'd have hit it a little harder. I'm used to rolling out and turning it out. And then at Cooper.
Oh, it's crazy.
Shot 72 at Cooper.
That's good.
I'm playing from the front too, but I don't hit the ball. Three birdies up there and 2 bogeys.
It's pretty good. Best I ever shot on there is 85. 84 or 85.
Here today, I shot shot at 88.
When I'm on speaking
Crawford, yeah. He's on a 72 with these.
Yeah.
He's playing from the team back from where I played.
I said he was on.
Anyway, he went out the next day. He can say he's a little bit. But that's the way you need to go. You go out and have a good day. You can't wait to get back out there. But it ain't never very good.
Same swing is never there. It's stupid because it's like, they're getting the ball the same as like yesterday.
Out here today, I shot 40. Shot 48 on the front. And then I shot 40 on the back. I got a little used to the green today. I did a little better.
Me and Brady go out there every Sunday. We've been 82, 84 in between there.
Cooper's, to me, it's a short course.
I don't think so. It actually started with the side.
Playing from the front.
He was really loud.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the foot is
And he had, it appeared to be a full Dan, but he said Dan do it around the tape.
That's my game. I don't hit the ball far. I
can't remember whatever he said. Dan probably
say, Dwayne, how are you, sir?
Pretty good.
All right, folks, 6 o'clock. We're going to call this meeting to order, and we're going to do a roll call.
Councilman Yancey? Here. Councilman Miller?
Here.
Councilwoman Hooker?
Here.
Councilman Booth? Councilman Raines? Here. Councilman Vickers?
Here.
Councilman Dawson? Councilman Draper?
Here.
Mayor? Here. And I'm here.
All right, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity to come and ask you to be here present with us, Lord. Open our hearts and guide our hearts and our minds as we seek to take care of the city's business. This I ask in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Review and approval of the June minutes, please, Bill.
Finance Committee meeting minutes from 6/12/2025. Chairman Sean Draper opened the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation. Roll call was taken. All 8 council members and Mayor Dwayne Dallaire were present. Recorder Treasurer Bill Vanderpass was absent. Minutes recorded by Mary Hunt. May 2025 Finance Committee meeting minutes were read. Motion made by Brian Miller and seconded by Donnie Dawson to accept minutes as read, passed by voice vote. Finance report was given. Motion made by Jeanette Hilliker and seconded by Brian Miller to accept the finance report as presented, passed by voice vote. Brian Miller discussed the old MRID assessments. He wants a debt collector to collect these and the recorder treasurer to compile a list of what is owed. He has spoken with a municipal debt collector. If collected, the city would get 70% and the collector would get 30%. If they have to file, they have a legal team to foreclose. The proceeds would be split 50-50. If the owners decide to just give up the land and not pay it, it would be like the collector filed and we would owe the collector 50% of the assessment owed. The mayor tried to rebut Brian's statement, but Chairman Draper would not let him speak. Motion was made by Brian Miller and seconded by David Bickers to send to council for the recorder treasurer to research debt collectors. Motion was made at 6:26 p.m. by Brian Miller and seconded by David Vickers for the council to go into executive session to do golf course superintendent interviews. Passed by voice vote with the mayor opposed. The council returned at 6:35 p.m. The council decided to interview in public. Jim Bird, Eddie Walters, Eric Stafford, Jameson Craig, Alan Bathrick, Rex and White not present. At 7:05 p.m. the interviews were over. Public comments. The need for a streetlight at Amethyst and Moonstone was discussed. The need for stripes on Moonstone and Church was discussed. Donnie Dawson recommended that the light and the stripes be done. The ADA access at Unity Pavilion was discussed. How much is left to complete the project? Donnie said problem is no one wants to work in Horseshoe Bend. Tommy Billingsley stated that the porta potties at Fisherman Park had a big puddle in front. Game and Fish provide those and should be contacted for maintenance. Talk around. Brian Miller wondered about the contract and contractor for the Animal Wellness Center expansion. Do we have any information? Jeanette Hilliker had several comments and questions. Where is the speed limit sign? What is the status? Mayor stated that Chris Bigness has the sign and is working on putting it into use. Who cares for the library? Outside receptacle needs to be replaced for garden club. Men's bathroom is out of order. Mayor said maintenance man has been out sick for 2 weeks and is aware of it needing to be fixed. The mayor was not aware of any problem with the library restrooms. Megan needs to notify Chris Bigness about problems so they can be addressed. Council books, which contain the municipal code, were turned in, but no new ones were given out. Mayor asked Mary Hunt why this has not been done. The books have not been updated any pertinent ordinances since January 2023, with any pertinent ordinances since January 2023. We have been through several recorded treasures and no action has been taken. Bill Vanderpass and Victoria Bigness will address the updates as time permits. The fee collection has taken up a large portion of the day with little time left for projects like this. We also need binders and dividers. Not all council books were turned in, so new ones have to be put together. Sean brought up the website upload of BOAs and plat maps. Brian Miller said he gets BOAs from the county clerk. The county clerk refers people to City Hall frequently for zoning and BOA information. We use the same system as the county clerk's office to look up information. Donnie Dawson made a motion to send website training proposals to council, seconded by Travis Rains and passed by unanimous voice vote. Sean Draper mentioned an upcoming golf tournament. The fire department will sell hot dogs and hamburgers as a fundraiser. Donnie Dawson made a motion to adjourn and seconded by Brian Miller, passed by voice vote, meeting adjourned at 7:31 p.m.
Anyone see corrections or need any changes to the minutes? All those in favor of approving and accepting minutes as read, please signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
All those opposed say the same. Finance report.
Has everybody had a chance to look at it at all, or?
Yes.
Basically, this does move to council automatically, just need to know if there's any issues before we push it forward.
Anyone need more time? Anybody still reviewing? Do I have a motion to approve the finance report?
I move that we accept as presented.
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say same. Finance report passed. Old business, we have handicap swings.
So I just wanted to give an update on that. We had approval to order them probably a couple months ago already, and I contacted the people on the website, and the dollar amount was too high for a credit card, so I said, how do we do this? And the guy didn't really know, so I'm like, well, can I send you a check? Oh, I'll check and get back to you, but they're on back order now anyway. And then actually, to be honest, I forgot about it until somebody reminded me, and I checked again, and I talked to somebody else, and said, well, you can just send us a purchase order. Like, well, thanks, that would have helped a month ago. So anyway, they're still on back order, but they're supposed to be the end of this month, so
Where are those going?
that's a good
One
question.
of them is going to Veterans Park, you know where the piping is still from the old swings? It's like a triangle.
It looked like they had
And they
those
wanted to
up
mount,
over
they
there.
wanted to mount that
handicap on one of those spans, is what I heard from one of the veterans. That was their suggestion.
There's some new swings up over there. I've seen.
Well,
like,
yeah, it's
2
by
days
where the
ago.
new swings are, but this is the old structure still there with no swings on it. And they're talking about taking one of the cross pieces and put the handicap suspended from it. Again, that's the veteran's suggestion that was given to me. That's what they'd like to do. They also had a couple of people from my ward, because Veterans Park's kind of in my ward, would like to see if there's some way that Parks and Rec or somewhere we can come up with maybe a slide and some other type of, one of the ladies said toys. But she's talking about playground equipment.
Merry-go-round.
Right,
Slide.
she's talking about ground equipment.
And they are
She said toys,
improving
so.
it. It looks a lot better over there, and I think
Yeah,
it is
it's-
going to continue to improve with, since we've got a.
I'm just putting that out there because it's brought to me from my ward, and I think that would be a good thing to add. And I talked to the veterans about it, and they're 100% in support, and will aid any way they can in getting that done.
Okay. Any more on the swings? Just back order bill? Yes.
Yeah, they thought the end of the month, so.
All right. Another old business topic is animal control building.
I was told, I talked to David DeVecchio, and he has someone, and he has a contract. He advertised in the Melbourne Times, and apparently he wound up with one, and the person is moving on that contract. I still think we ought to put this to the council, and we ought to have more information and have a vote and approve that contract. Because we did change the budget to allow him to go and seek bids because the material had gone up in price. He presented it to us.
Yep.
But after he advertised and found the person, the contractor or the contract was never presented back to council for approval, so we probably need to put that to city council in the month and approve that.
Are you making a motion to do that?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to do that. It's kind of like after shutting the gate after the horse got out, but still it needs to be done, so it's official.
Did you get your second there, Bill? David? Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Say aye. All those opposed, say the same. Thank you.
I will say this too, David advised me that there was an error in the structural material, and that is not going to cost the city a penny more. It's been reordered, the correct dimensions, and he said it wouldn't cost a penny more for the city. I thought he might be here tonight, but that's what he told me.
All right. We'll rehash that at next council meeting. New business, water department truck.
So I don't know if everybody is aware, but probably about, I don't know, 3-4 weeks ago, maybe it was longer, a couple of water department guys accidentally skidded off the road over on La Crosse, I don't even know what the town that is, but on the way to Melbourne. And the truck rolled, and apparently the insurance considered it totaled. So we're looking at replacements, and I think basically using the state, the state program for purchasing new vehicles. They got a quote of about 53,000 and some change. The insurance pays 38 of that. The part of the reason for it being more, obviously it's new, it would be a 2026. It would be under warranty, and they wanted to upgrade to a 3/4 ton from a 1/2 ton. So, and there is money in the water department budget. It's not something we can approve now, but it's just basically for you guys to mull over, I guess, before the council meeting. So, if anybody needs details on it, I do have pictures of it somewhere, I think, yeah, of the one he wants to get, so I think, unless there's questions, that's all I had on that.
Do we want to move that to council as well?
Yes, I move we send that to the council for approval.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say the same. Next new business item, slope purpose mower for the golf course.
Dan, did you want to talk about that, or you want me to?
You go ahead.
Okay, so basically, it's been recommended, we've always had trouble, I think, on the golf course with some of the slopes, especially near the greens. When they cut it, it scalps, because we don't have the right equipment for it, and so it's been recommended that we pursue the idea of a mower that's specifically made for slopes. And the one that was recommended is a Toro, and the price tag on it, depending if you go newer, uses somewhere in the $30,000 to $35,000 range, which, also due to the fire we had, whatever, way back early in the year, the maintenance shed has not used nearly all of, anywhere close to all of the money that the insurance paid for that. So there is money from the proceeds of that insurance that would pay for it. So again, can't vote on it tonight other than to say, bring it to council. But it's something that was thrown out there, and maybe we want to find some more information, see if what's being told is true, because I'm not an expert, so.
Anyone have anything to add to that?
Gives a little more precision to mowing around the greens.
Yeah, and like, the back of the greens and stuff where it's real sloping, the issue is they're using the bad boy or the Spartan, and it's leaving groove lines all on the backside of the greens and everything else. He highly recommends that 35D Greens Master, and that's exactly what they use at Cooper Hawk. He loves that machine, and he knows how to take care of the issues that we're having.
Do we want to move that to council?
I so move.
Is it Brian?
Yes. I'll second.
All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say the same.
I know that we've had, I know you're talking about it. We've had to replace all the piece of equipment since they started. We were trying to talk about that.
All right, last new business order is a fire damage storage shed.
So, again, that same fire took out what used to be a cart storage shed, hardly being used at all right now, or even at the time of the fire. There was stuff on one end, fertilizer and stuff that could easily have been stored somewhere else, and I don't remember what was on the other, but mostly it was a junkyard. There wasn't really anything of real value in there. So the idea was, well, can we, instead of replacing the whole thing, put together something that's half the size that we really would use, and then, again, have capital reserves for the remaining insurance money. So, again, that's the thing. Can't decide tonight again, but we can push that to council as well.
I'll have bids for the council to review.
You're right. And just so you have the numbers, if we replace the shed, it would cost us the deductible, which is $7,500, and then we would get a new building that they valued at $99,000. If we don't replace it, they've already given us a check for $84,000. Doesn't cost us anything. It's $84,000. So we would be able to retain the difference between that $84,000 and whatever it costs to build a smaller, because we really can use a lot of the parts that are already there to build a smaller shed, storage shed that would actually suit our purposes fine. So.
Do I have a motion to move that to council?
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, say the same. We are at our public comment section. The only person on here is Lori. If you want to go ahead, Lori, please do.
Mayor Delaire, Recorder Treasurer Vanderpass, Finance Chair Draper, and Council. Thank you for this opportunity to present my concerns. The city purchased 8 security cameras in 2023 costing roughly $900. It seems we still do not know the location of these cameras or who has access to their feeds. We know Mayor Delaire views and listens to the activities of this office while he is not present in the office, and provides the video and audio feed to his friends, who post this feed on non-city Facebook sites. In April, we looked for these cameras and Mayor Delaire refused to let us in his office, even though the deputy clerk had last seen the cameras there. Council, I ask that you seek a security camera surveillance policy for the city. Possibly ask the city attorney to draft one for your review by the end of August. There are three main reasons for security camera surveillance: to increase workplace safety, to protect against the theft or misuse of confidential information, and to manage and increase productivity. Sadly, up to this point, the decisions around camera usage have not taken any of these important points into consideration. I urge you as the council to seek the lost cameras and pass a security camera surveillance policy for the city. In fact, how about we look right now for the cameras in your office?
The cameras are in my office. They're all in the box and they're all accounted for. And the police know that. End of story.
Well, good. Thank you very much for letting us know. When will you,
They were actually where I told you they were in the first place, right over in the recycling building.
Last time you said you didn't know where they were.
No, I said I believe they were taken to the recycling building, that they were gonna try to set them up over there. And that's exactly where they were, sitting right on the counter over there.
That's not what he said. Okay.
so what is the plan for them?
I don't have a plan for them. Do you want them? You're more than welcome to have them.
They belong to the city. There should be a plan for them.
Right.
So,
Well, finding them was half the battle.
thank you for finding them. And where should we secure them then?
We'll have to discuss that
Okay.
now that we know where they're at.
Great. I think that'd be great to have that plan and to put a policy in place. My second concern is the city Facebook page. Council, I ask you again to seek resolution regarding the mayor's continued roadblocks to creating a cooperative, productive, and efficient administration of our city Facebook page and the recording and streaming of our public meetings.
You have the page.
No, we don't. We do not have administrative privileges, and you have it linked to a personal page, which isn't even allowed to be opened on our computers.
You have the Facebook
No, I do
page.
not.
It-
Give me- do I have the
It went
administrator?
to Victoria,
You
and she's
linked it
the
to her-
administrator.
You linked it to her Facebook page. That's not the same thing as giving us administrative privileges. It's
We
not the
gave
same
her
thing.
the page. We don't have access to that page anymore.
Well, just give me the login and password for it, then. We don't need her to do it.
Victoria has the login password for all of it.
She has to go into hers first.
She has the page. You can take it and do anything you want to with it. This is so ridiculous. Yeah, call the Blue IT guys and
All
have them
we
set
asked
it
for
up.
is the login ID and the password. That's all we asked for. It's very simple.
And Victoria has it.
She does not.
Yes, she does.
She has, if she.
Yes,
if-
she does.
She does not. She has to go into hers first. She has to go into hers first.
I got in there.
I don't know.
Okay, then don't question it.
She
We
has
gave
it.
you what we had.
Now, you can do anything you want with it. It's on her Facebook
Does anybody
now.
else have rights to it?
I don't.
Because I know there's been a bunch of emails from FOIAs about who has administrative privileges at Crickets.
Well, where are these FOIAs? Because I haven't seen a lot of FOIAs being answered. I'd like copies
Exactly,
of
you
those
haven't.
FOIAs.
Exactly, you haven't. You just dump them back
Well,
on me like, well, I was asking you, how
That
would I
whole,
know?
that whole page was turned over to Victoria. She can do anything she wants with it. If you want to pull it off her page and
Does she have
put it on
access
the
to the
city?
feeds?
All
Does she
right,
have
yes.
access to the feeds? No,
All
she
right,
doesn't.
let's
Yes.
get back on track. We'll talk to Victoria and I'll come see if she has what she needs to get in
Okay.
it. If she doesn't have what she needs to get in it, then we'll figure out
She's
what
the
she
only
needs to
one
get
that
in.
can. We
It's
turned
okay.
it over to her.
We
Is she the
obviously
recorder
aren't going to agree
treasurer?
on this right now,
Is she the
so,
recorder treasurer?
hey, Bill, let's go, let's keep going.
It's a finance meeting, not
We
a
know,
council.
we're moving on, we're moving on. Go ahead, Lori, please.
It's correct, and this is where we float information so it can go to the council meeting, exactly. It seems past Ward 3 Councilman Mead had a great solution. Permanently wire the cameras to the deputy clerk's desktop computer and give the administrative credentials to the recorder treasurer so that the Facebook page and the public meeting streaming can be within the requirements of Ordinance 2501. Sadly, the mayor refused to cooperate with this solution, continuing disruption regarding city communications remaining in violation of Ordinance 2501. As a council, please seek to resolve this city communication debacle. My last concern remains about our city attorney's job description. I urge you as a council to create an actual job description. I encourage you to at least require the upholding of the Arkansas statute about city attorneys and add that the Horseshoe Bend attorney not be allowed to hold other government positions. I realize that Mr. Sipe has been so kind and diligent to serve simultaneously as the Horseshoe Bend attorney, the Quorum Court attorney, and the deputy prosecutor of Izard County. I admire his management skills to handle the legal matters at all these levels simultaneously. However, I ask you, the decision makers of the city, to consider the appropriateness of a decision maker being involved at all these levels at the same time. Thank you for your time and consideration of these matters.
Thank you, Lori. All right. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. It's up to you. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
My question is, it sounds like you're involved in possibly doing something through council on a slope mower. Have you gotten more than one bid on a mower from any other company besides the one that wants $35,000?
Tonight's the first night we've heard of a mower, so they're gonna have to,
I wouldn't take it to council then until you've got something more to go with than one bid.
are you gonna have that, Dan?
The issue with that is that,
Only one
are we
company?
gonna, no, it's not one company, we have no company in mind. The issue is, we don't know what council will approve, whether it's used or new equipment. And that's gonna differentiate how we're gonna approach finding the prices to be able to present to council.
But I assume that with finance, you would handle the part that he's talking about right now before you send it on to council, and then give it to council.
Handle which part?
The part of approving him getting bids on new and used, and then taking it.
We haven't approved the action of getting a mower at all, so I don't wanna set a price for us to get a mower.
We're just pushing it to council.
We didn't approve that he can get a mower, period.
Pushing what council?
To discuss getting a mower, to discuss if we want to get a mower for the greens, not to actually purchase one. Any more public comments? Oh,
I
go
just
ahead.
have a quick question. Earlier in the year, we were talking about the tipping fee. Have we made any progress on that, going back to the citizens? Like, that was discussed at the meeting? I'm just asking, because nobody has brought it up.
No, it hasn't been brought up. I'd have to check. Bill?
Yeah, last time I asked Barb about it, I don't think she had started doing that yet. So. But it had stopped already, but we haven't.
It stopped, they just haven't given it back.
It's actually quite difficult to figure out exactly, especially with people that have moved and whatever, and finding them, all that kind of stuff. It's quite a task, so.
I do have one other comment. Could we start hearing at least some of the information that's actually on the financial report? Like the sales tax that was taken in, some of the revenues, maybe what the difference is between the income coming in and the expenses going out?
I usually talk about that, but I usually do it both finance and council. I thought, well, I'll just do it at council this time, but that's one of the first things I look at is the revenue versus expenses and how we're doing, so.
Is it not out, is it not posted?
Yeah, she did post it up there, I believe.
Okay, so it's posted.
Okay, so
Posted in the
my
board out there is
interpretation,
No, I think she has it posted on the door for now, because it's not approved yet, so.
my interpretation from the floor was you couldn't play it, you couldn't see it, you couldn't get it until after it was approved.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
She said that she understood that it couldn't be public until it went through council and was voted on, correct? Is it?
Yeah,
Actually, we did, and we approved going to council, because it has to be approved at council. But, yeah, we keep it, because the FOIA law says we have to give it to you in whatever state it's in, whether it's a draft, whether it's finished, whatever, we have to give it to you in whatever state it is at this point, so as long as we're careful of saying this is not approved, or it's, I don't see any reason why we can't give it to you before that.
Sales tax was 44,000 and some change, correct?
Excuse me?
Sales tax income was 44,000 and change.
I don't, is that what it says? I didn't look at that, so.
Yes, that's what it
We
said. It
just got
said
this thing done at
44,000
5 o'clock
change.
last night, so.
Would you like the finance or something? I'd be glad to share it with you.
I just would like to know a little more when I come to a finance meeting, how the city's doing with their
Sure.
finances.
Understand that.
When I was sitting in the funds here, that was one of the things I was trying to get out of the removal, a piece of sales tax, a little bit about the expenses and the income, and what the difference is.
I think that's the difference, is before it wasn't available till it was approved, and now everyone has access to that going in. Everybody can see it.
Ma'am, on the back row, you had you had your hand up?
Yes, we are looking, I'm Angelica Zach, we are concerned about the roads, especially over towards Sharp, the Sharp area. Yeah, Sharp. We are concerned because we recently bought some land out there. As you know, there's a lot of people that go out there and buy plots of land and either cannot access it, or you guys make it extremely difficult to do anything back there. So I want to know what's going on with the finances when it comes to those roads. Because none of those roads have been, our end has been, we have followed through with our end. And as far as I know, you guys have not followed through with your ends as it comes to the hazards of the roads back there. None of the roads on Hillcrest, the rest of Hillcrest is not maintained. All the other, like Skyline, all that other stuff that's down back in there has not been maintained for 80+ years. So what's the point in having that in city limits if you're not gonna do anything with it?
He said in CSI.
There's lots of roads that don't have houses on, that don't get maintained in town. As our population grows and gets bigger, folks will move into those places. And we know the roads are in bad condition, but we have went through getting rid of MRID, which was our biggest roadblock that we've had. And then we had to take city funds to put towards the parks and rec that we normally wouldn't put there. So that's neglecting other parts of the city as well. We're working to try to get to where we don't have to use those funds that are meant to go to other things in town instead of parks and rec. Right now, we have a portion of proceeds that go to a parks and rec, and the city never planned for that. Now, that wouldn't fix all the roads in town, I'm not saying that, but everyone in here knows we have potholes on almost every road in this town. And
My concern is not with the potholes. They're not drivable, you can't get anything.
did you look at the property before it was purchased?
Doesn't matter, the city needs to maintain the roads, that's the point of the city.
Excuse me, did you guys talk with Chris Bigness? Did you call him and talk with him, the man that's in charge of Public Works?
Yes.
Okay,
He said they didn't have the funds.
well,
So what I would like to.
wait a second. He's right, the street department doesn't have the funds. However, you bought, I believe, in an undeveloped section of Horseshoe Bend. They put a road in there when they originally cut the lots out, but they decided not to develop that area at all. And that's why the roads aren't actually drivable.
Well, I'm sitting here with my question to you is, can we at least get a plan to start developing those roads, because we're sitting here wanting access to these roads, which the city has contracted with the people to maintain, because they're utilities.
Well, my understanding was that was a section of the city that the city decided not to develop and put. So I haven't been on the road to see what it was. I just talked briefly with Chris about it because I believe he said that you guys had called, and I believe he told you that that was a section of the city that was never actually developed with roads to begin with.
Could you give me
So
your,
it's not that we had something and didn't maintain them. that was never slated to really develop that particular area. So to put a road in there, I mean, I don't know how we would be able to put a road in there. I mean, are you talking what, like a class 3 gravel road? You're talking a lot of money to try to do that. And the city's not prepared to be able to do that if that whole area is undeveloped. I mean, there's,
Could you share your address or your parcel numbers for me?
I don't have a parcel number.
Do you have an address?
No, there's no address back, there's parcel number.
I need one or the other before I can do any looking. I need a parcel number or actual physical address of where you're located.
yeah, you must have a parcel number on the property that you bought.
I have a parcel, I don't have it off the top of my head.
All right, but
That's fine.
if
I
you
just-
bring that in,
I need that to help you.
I'll
Right,
give the
right.
parcel number.
yeah, I mean, we can gladly take a look at the road, but from what Chris said, it's an undeveloped section of the city. And a long time ago, the city had voted not to develop that area. So I'm not sure we're gonna be able to do that, but we can certainly take a look at it for you.
There's several that are that way. Horseshoe was laid out to be developed and grow into a lot bigger place, and it just didn't happen, so.
There's,
Here, wanting action on our side of town, we don't wanna be left out
We've owned that for, what, 5, 6 years now?
since 2018.
And we've been out there making our own improvements on it. Having to cut down trees, having to move gravel, having to
All part of owning property,
fix,
all part of owning your place.
fix walkways. The roads are not our responsibility. They aren't. And you've had, I'm just putting this out, you've had multiple people from Texas, from Vermont, from all kinds of places come out and buy these lands and not be able to do anything with it. You want people to come in and spend their money here and put their taxes here, you guys have to be willing to meet us halfway.
It's, really, every time you buy a piece of property, you need to know what you're getting into. You need to look at that property and make
We're
sure.
hard workers, we're not afraid to put the work in, but again, it also comes down to, we can't even get half of our equipment back there because it's not roads, they're washes.
But they've been that way for years, is what I'm saying. Like, it's not like that you moved in there, you had nice roads, and then it washed out and went away. It's
Can I
just,
ask what the chances are of you guys unincorporating any of that land?
we need to know where it's located first before we can even see if it's worth, we don't know. We don't know where you're even located.
And it might even be possible, if it's in a decent location, that Chris would go out there and grade it or something, at least they could access it, where, you know, use it. But we just need to know exactly.
I live on gravel road, okay? My area is a gravel road, never was paved. When I moved in, again, the house I moved into, my brother had for over 30 years, almost 40 years. But the roads were not maintained around that house, okay? Trees growing up in the middle of what should be a street. But it has changed. We've come out there, we've cleared the trees out of the way, and over the years, they've put a little gravel in, they've graded the roads a couple of times over 5 years I've been there, because more people are moving into that area. Now there's, I don't know, 6, 7 houses in that area, when it used to be 2. So that also is part of the, people are actually investing. So they've got water run from the city, power run from North Arkansas Electric, and then the city come along and they did some work on the gravel. Do they maintain it like you would desire? No. My road still has grass in the middle of it because not enough people come down that road to keep the grass wore out with their vehicles. That's just the way it is. But what I'm getting at, first, we need to know where you're talking about. And again, if there are other like individuals that want to build, that want to invest, that want to establish residency, that all weighs in how we can accommodate you. We're not disinterested. We want to help, but we are limited in our resources. We're not that large a town. We're still a second-class city. We only have 2,400 people. Our tax base is not that large. If we had a Walmart here, that would be a big sales tax increase and it would change the world, okay? But we don't have that kind of income. But I'm not, again, don't think we're saying we're not gonna help you.
We're
But-
just asking for a plan to.
But at the same time, we have to have logistics. You have to give me, I don't know, there's 13,000 lots.
We can get you the parcel numbers and everything.
Okay.
We just want to know that we've been trying to get at this for a couple of years now. We've been giving around. So for us to actually have to come out here and explain ourselves.
This is the first time I've heard. I don't
Yeah,
know about
first time I've heard.
anybody else, but I understand. I understand.
But that's it, that, we just want a plan, we want something set in place, we wanna know, we want you guys to know that there are people out there, and we've been out there for 6 years now trying. So we've been working really hard, we have our own sawmill and everything, we get out there and we work even in this heat, so we would like our city to be able to do the same for us.
Understandable.
Any other talk around issues? Anybody want to bring anything up?
Who should they give the information to? Who should they give the numbers and flat numbers?
I'm giving them my number right now. I was in the process of doing that. Or anybody else that want to, I'm just giving them mine.
Do you have something?
Sean, on the Facebook page for the city, Victoria has to log in on her page. That the city added her as a special admin, but she can only go so far. She says she has no passwords, no usernames, but she has to use her own Facebook page and change over to the city page. So we need to somehow.
Well, she has to create that. I mean, when the page got given to her, she created a password to get into it from her page. So she does have a password to go to that page.
Yeah.
So if she wants to transfer that to Bill, she can transfer it to Bill.
I
Same
think-
way we transferred it to her.
I think without talking to Victoria and
So,
having her in the conversation is going to help a lot, I think. So,
well, we have
Well-
we have the blue IT guys, and we also have the gal that's doing the website, who is also a computer person. So talk to her and tell her whatever you want for the page. But you have the page. We do not have that page.
all right. Oh, go ahead.
$80 fee, farmer, what percent we collect on that?
Bill, do you know?
I think we've collected about 4,500 parcels, I think is the property.
Percentage.
Well, that's about a third.
Anything else? All right, talk around's over. Last thing I see on here is adjournment, if someone wants to make that motion.
I'll second.
We got a second? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say same. We're adjourned.